Right, so it is 5:10 and we will be 7 weeks out from our second and final show of the season on the 3rd of this week. Today we're just going to be hitting back at Refine, going to be doing our groceries at Costco, which is fucking anxiety inducing. I hate going to Costco, but it is what it is. And then we have a uni assessment and some lecture content to get done. So the first order in motion is to make our pre-workout meal. This is easily my favorite meal of the day. Like, this is my sweet treat, my one sweet treat, and if I could have this for every meal of the day, then I would. So 85 grams of rice flour, we'll put that on to boil on medium to high heat. Oh, it'd be better if I actually put the right stove on medium to high heat. And you have to use a whisk. Shout out to Aidan Welch. It's an inside joke because my coach did the exact same video and he gave me a shout out for telling him to use a whisk rather than a spoon because it makes your cream of rice very fluffy. But you always have to use a whisk. It's like the gold standard to making cream of rice. And the protein powder we'll be using today is the CBum graham cracker. This I will take to the grave with me. This is probably the best protein powder that I've used flavor wise so far. It's just a standard isolate, but it's kind of like it tastes like honey tiny teddies. So that's pretty gun. And if you grew up in Australia, you'd understand the hype behind tiny teddies. Look at that. If only you could smell what I'm smelling right now. Like, this is literally just a packet of tiny teddies. Look at this consistency. If you can even say that. Right, now it's the fun part. We get to decorate the cream of rice. A bit of cinnamon. It smells so good. And half of the dark chocolate so it can melt through the cream of rice. And then we'll add the other half over the top because I like to chew it. 10 grams. Add one of the K times. Add the strawberries and then more K times. Making this cream of rice bowl is very methodical. Requires some precision and fidelity. Tell me that is not the prettiest thing that you have ever seen. My God. So for this part of the morning, I'm going to go back to doom scrolling. I'm going to enjoy this, and then we'll get dressed, make our pre-workout, and then we'll go to the gym. Annihilated. So now I'm just going to get dressed. We'll make our pre, and then we'll just head to the gym and do some back. And so the pre-workout we'll be using today is Red Dragon's Dragon's Breath, the dragon fruit flavour. I have used this a few times. I'm a huge fan of the Red Dragon supplements, especially their pre-workout. Their flavours and the formula is great too. I'll see you when we get to the gym. So we just got to the gym. I didn't realise that the camera was only on 27%, so I don't know how many clips we're going to get in there before the camera dies. I wasn't going to set it up for the steps anyway because I wasn't going to walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes and then get off the treadmill and then take off the camera from wherever I set it up. So we'll start with steps, probably 20 minutes, and then we'll get into the session. We'll see how many clips I can get in of that, and then we'll go grocery shopping. Got done grocery shopping. I didn't end up going to Costco. I went to Aldi instead because I couldn't bring myself to go to Costco. Plus, I had to wait an extra half an hour for it to open, so I just went to Aldi. I'm just going to speed through this. Actually, no, I'm not. It's only 10:30, and my first meal is at 12:30. So I'm just going to prepare all of this. I'll probably just chill for a bit if I get it done early, and then wait for my first meal. All right, and the carrots are done. And then I'm just going to weigh out these bags, and then we'll do our next meal. Right, so meal 1 is, technically meal 2 is all done. We'll do meal 3 now, and then we'll cook up some chicken, and then hopefully that will take us to the time to eat. So on meal prep days, I'll typically just cook the chicken that I'm having with my meals for that day on the stove, and for the chicken for the rest of the week, I'll just chuck it into the slow cooker, and then I just let it cook while I'm doing everything else, and that way I don't have to cook nearly 3 kilos of chicken at one time. I used to do that, but it's all about time efficiency now. So we'll get this done, and then we'll sit down and eat. We'll see how we're doing for time. Not quite 12:30, but I'm very hungry, so we're going to have to eat an hour early. And a great tip, if you're in prep, is to use chopsticks with your meal. Well, I find it helps with me anyway, just for portion control, and you're not absolutely devouring a meal in 30 seconds despite how hungry you are. Mainly because of a lack of skill, but yeah, great tip. I suppose, like, no one really talks about how hard it is to talk to a camera and pretend to be someone that you not. I was having this conversation with my coach yesterday. I'm like, because creating videos is always something that I wanted to do, but I've never put any real genuine, or not this much genuine effort into creating videos. I just do TikTok videos and the chance that something blows up, but it's just so saturated now, and not many people are doing anything that's engaging. I'm not saying this is engaging, but it's just it's a double-edged sword. You could either put on a fake internet personality, which I don't want to do, or you can be yourself and then risk being called a Sam Sulek impersonator, when in reality he's just being himself. And whenever someone else wants to be themselves, like what I'm trying to do now, without a doubt people are going to make that comparison and draw comparisons between people that are trying to be themselves and Sam Sulek. So it's just funny. He's kind of created a trend. Not a trend, he's kind of put it out there where it's, you can be yourself and you don't have to put on a facade if you want to succeed on social media. And I just think that's something that a lot more people should start doing, or maybe they are doing it, I'm just not seeing it, and maybe it only works for him, but we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I'm going to get into this meal. I'm going to doom scroll on Instagram, and I'm going to down a friendly old Zero Sugar Monster. So enjoy this time lapse of me eating. On meal prep days, there's not much else for me to do. I have uni work to do after I eat this, but I'm not going to set up the camera and then
just have it pointing at the screen while I'm doing uni work. I have to get my steps, the rest of my steps. Actually, how many steps do I need? I've been prescribed 12,000 steps, 20 minutes of cardio 3 days a week. I'm at 7,000. So I only need 5,000 steps for the rest of today, so I'll probably pump out some uni work and then just go for a walk to clear my head from the stress that will be brought on by the uni work. So I'm currently doing a Masters of Physiology. It's interesting, don't get me wrong, but for the first semester, it definitely made me reconsider if that was something that I wanted to do. But as I've gotten the hang of things, like, it's definitely something that I want to do, and I can see myself pursuing down the line. That is, if I do not become a successful bodybuilder, which is the ultimate goal. And we're actually talking about this, me and my coach, the other day, about saying something is a dream and saying something is a goal. Because if you say my dream is to be a bodybuilder, you're saying it's out of touch with reality. It's not something that you can achieve. Whereas if you're saying my goal is to be like a professional bodybuilder, you're giving yourself steps to achieve that. So I think that was pretty eye-opening. Can't remember where I heard it, but it was very eye-opening to me. And now I refer to them as my goals rather than my dreams. So goal car rather than dream car. You get the point. I'm going to continue eating this. I think I'm just going to end the video here. Like, there's nothing really exciting happening for the rest of today. It's literally just going to be me studying. I'll probably edit this video, but we'll run through the calories, the macros for today as well. So right now, for 7 weeks out, we're on 2,900 calories, 264 protein, 274 carb, and 78 grams of fat. I'm not complaining right now. Like, I don't feel the worst, and we've really just got from the time forward to dig. So I'm keen to see the package that we can present. I'm doing the ICN Fitness Expo in September. So I'm pretty excited. I know a few people I'm coming up against and they look great. So it's just lighting the fire beneath me to get my meals down, do my cardio, get my steps done, and just present the best package that I can. But yeah, as I said, nothing too exciting for the rest of the day. Just going to be studying, and then I'll probably just go for a walk to clear my head from the studying. But if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.